Hi, hello, welcome to our channel. In continuation with last class, we are completed question number 23. Now we will discuss about question number 23 from ITC chapter. Test 1 knowledge questions. So, ABC Company Limited of Bengaluru is manufacturer and registered supplier of machineries. It has provided the following details of for tax period. So, inward supplies they have provided related to health insurance of factory employees has required by Factory Act, so it is eligible ITC. Next, raw materials for which invoice has been received and GST has been also paid for full amount, but only 50% of material has been received, remaining 50% will be received in next month. If the goods will be received in next month, you can take the ITC also next month. It is lot or installment case. When the last installment or last lot will be received, then only you should claim the ITC. Next, work contractor services used for installation of plant and machinery. So whenever used for work contract related to blocked credit, but it is for construction of immovable property. Here we are not constructing any immovable property. We are using only for installation of machinery. This is revenue expenditure, so it is allowable ITC. Next, purchase of machinery, manufacturing machine sent directly to the job workers premises under delivery challan. So job work premises, so it is allowable ITC. 50,000 will be allowable. Next, purchase of car used by director exclusively for the purpose of business meeting. Car is blocked credit, it will not be allowable. Next, outdoor catering services available for business meetings, 8,000 is not allowable. If outdoor catering business is used for the our regular course of business, then it will be allowable. So here what will be allowable? Only that first 20,000 plus next 12,000 plus 50,000 plus that is 20 plus 12 plus 50, that 12 20 plus 12 32,000, 32,000 plus 50 82,000 will be ITC, total ITC available. Okay. Next, ABC Company Limited also provides services for hiring of machine along with manpower for operations. So along with manpower, okay, as per trade practices, machines are always hired out along with operators, and also operators are supplied only when machine are hired out. So it is a composite supply. It is a composite supply, that is hiring of receipt for machine and service charges for supply of manpower will be composite supply, which is a principal supply hiring receipts. For hiring receipts, whatever the taxable rate is available, you will take that taxable rate. So hiring receipts will be 5,25,000. Service charge for supply manpower operator will be 2,35,000. Rates, service charge, service hiring of machine 12%, supply of manpower operator service to 18%, but we can take the 12% only. 5,25,000 into 12, 2,35,000 into 12%. Whatever the amount will be the payable liability, and here we are calculated the ITC, that is 82,000. So pay the remaining amount, whatever amount will be available. Next, compute the ITC available. What is the ITC available? How much amount you should pay in cash? Here question number 23. Answer will be answer of 23. Come on baby, let's go baby, bullet too. Okay, computation of ITC 22 completed, no? 23 now. 23, computation of net GST payable by ABC Company Limited, that is gross GST liability. Gross GST liability will be 91,200. ITC calculated 82,000. Payable will be 9,200. Will be payable through electronic cash ledger. Computation of ITC available, that is health insurance of factory employees will be allowable because it is a factory obligation is there. Next, raw materials received in factory, it will not be allowable because it is not received fully. Next, work contracts are services used for installation of plant and machinery. Installation of plant and machinery is a revenue expenditure, it is allowable. Next, manufacturing machinery directly sent to the job workers premises under challan, it will be allowable. So next, purchase of car used by director for business meeting is not allowable, it is a blocked credit. Outdoor catering services available for business meetings, it is a blocked credit. Next, total ITC available will be 82,000. What is there in notes? That is ITC and health insurance. ITC and health insurance available in the given case in terms of provisions of section 17.5, since it is obligatory for employer to provide health insurance to its employees under Factory Act 1948. Next, second point. Second note, where the goods against an invoice are received in lot or installments, ITC is allowed upon receipt of lot or installment wide first proviso to section 16.2. Therefore, ABC Company Limited will be entitled to ITC of raw materials on receipt of second installment in next month. Next, third point. Section 17.5c provides that ITC on work contact services is blocked when supplied for construction of immovable property, that is other than plant and machinery, except when the same is used for further work contact. So in this case, the work contact service is not used for work contact services. Here we are not using for work contact services. So ITC thereon will be allowed since such services are used for installation of plant and machinery. Next, fourth point, ITC on capital goods directly sent to the job work premises under challan is allowable in terms of section 19.5. Next, point 5. Section 17.5 provides that motor vehicles for transportation of person having approved seating capacity of not more than 13%, including the driver, except when they are used for taxable supply, further supply of such vehicles, or transportation of passengers, or importing training on driving, flying, navigation such vehicles. And since ABC Limited is used for such supplier of machine and it does not use for car transportation passengers, so any other specified ITC is not available. ITC is not available. Next, section 17.5 provides that ITC on outdoor catering services is a blocked credit except when where the same is used for making further supply, when it is used for making further supply of outdoor catering or as an element of taxable composite or mixed supply. Since ABC Company Limited is a supplier of machine, ITC thereon will not be available. Next, computation of gross liability, that is 5,25,000 into 12%, 2,35,000 into 12%. Even though they have a different rates, but they are a composite supply, principal supply will be hiring receipts. Note, since machine is always hired out along with the operators and operators are supplied only when the machines are hired out, it is a case of composite supply wherein the principal supply is hiring out of machines. Therefore, service of supply on manpower operates will also be taxed at the rate applicable for hiring out of machine, which is 12% in terms of section 8A. Next, question number 24. What is there in question number 24? We will see the question. We will see the question. 24th question. 24th question. Okay, 23, 24. What is there in 24 question? Pari Limited of Jodhpur, Rajasthan is a registered manufacturer of cosmetic product. So, he is a cosmetic product registered person. Next, okay, details of outward supplies, they are provided. Supplies in Rajasthan. We are in cosmetic person. We are also in Rajasthan, Jodhpur, Rajasthan. So, we made outward taxable supplies. We are made for outward taxable supplies. That is states supplies in Rajasthan. It is taxable. CGST, SGST will be leviable. CGST, SGST will be leviable intrastate. Next, supplies in state other than Rajasthan. It is IGST case. Next, export under LUT 6,25,000. It is not leviable to GST because it is a out without payment of IGST. Zero rated supply will be considered. LUT means zero rated supplies. Next, details of expenses. Raw materials purchased from registered supplier located in Rajasthan, so it will be allowable ITC. Next, raw materials purchased from unregistered suppliers, it is not allowable expenditure. Next, raw materials purchased from Punjab from registered supplier, it is IGST ITC. Integrated tax paid on raw materials imported from USA. If you are paid any IGST on imports, you can claim that ITC. Next, consumables purchased from registered suppliers located in Rajasthan, including high speed diesel will be 31,250. It will be reduced from that amount, 1,56,250 minus 31,250 into whatever the tax rate applicable. Next, monthly rent for factory billing to the owner in Rajasthan. Monthly rent, paying monthly rent. So CGST, HGST, Rajasthan. So salary is paid to employees and roles. It is employer-employer relationship. No ITC will be allowable. Premium paid on life insurance policies taken for specified employees. Life insurance policy for specified employees have been taken by PARI Limited to fulfill a statutory obligation in this regard. The life insurance service provided is registered in Rajasthan. It is for specified employees and it is a obligation. So it is allowable expenditure. It is allowable ITC. All the above amounts are exclusive of all kind of taxes wherever applicable. However, applicable tax also given provided by paid by PARI Limited. Opening ITC, it will be taken as opening ITC 20,000, 15,000, 15,000. Assume CGST, HGST rate will be 9%, 9%, 18%. So take in all cases 9% will be CGST, 18% will be in IGST. Assume that all other necessary conditions to avail the ITC has been complied with by PARI Limited wherever applicable. Next, complete ITC available with PARI Limited for the tax paid. Net GST payable, whatever the firm electronic cash ledger for by PARI Limited for the tax paid. Okay, question number 24. We are calculated the GST payable and we are calculated the ITC available. From that amount we should pay remaining in GST payable in cash. 24th. See, raw materials purchased from local register, that is 9%. CGST, HGST 1,06,000 full amount will be considered. Purchase from unregistered person, it is not allowable, local registers. Next, purchase from Punjab, that is IGST will be allowable. Next, raw materials imported service will be considered as eligible ITC, where consumables includes high petrol, high diesel, it will be reduced and 9% will be taxable. Monthly rent for the factory building on the owner in Rajasthan, it is allowable. Next, salaries paid to the employees, it is not allowable. Next, premium paid on life insurance policy taken for specified employees, it is allowable. Next, whatever the premium pay, whatever the total amount, and opening balance of ITC will be 20,000, 15,000, 15,000. Total ITC will be 67,812, 62,812, 55,732. Okay, and computation of net GST payable, whatever the taxable, we have interstate, and LUT. LUT is zero rated. Next, interstate will be CGST, HGST, interstate will be IGST. LUT means zero rated, that is nil rated. Total output tax liability will be 78,000, 78,750, 67,500. Next, total ITC we are calculated up 55,732, 62,812, 62,812. Net GST payable will be 10,000, 15,000, 11,000. Note, what is there in note? Credit of input tax, that is CGST, HGST and IGST paid on raw materials used in the course or furtherance of business is available in terms of section 16. So next, tax on procurement made by registered person from unregistered supplier is levied only in case of notified goods, and services in terms of section 9(4). Therefore, since no GST is paid on such raw materials purchased, therefore there does not arise any question of ITC on such raw materials. Next, any imported raw materials used in the course or furtherance of business, it is available for section 16. Next, point number 2, ITC on consumables being inputs used in the course or furtherance of business is available. However, since levy of GST on high speed diesel has been deferred, now it is deferred till the notified by the government. Therefore cannot be any ITC on the same. Next, point number 3, ITC on monthly rent is available as the said service is used in the course or furtherance of business. Next, point number 4, services by employee to employer in the course or furtherance of or in relation to his employment is not supplied in terms of section 7 read with schedule 3 to the CGST Act. Therefore, since no GST is paid on such services, therefore there cannot be any ITC on such services. Next, fifth point, ITC and life insurance. ITC and life insurance is available if it is for obligation. It is there in obligation for an employer to provide its employees under any law for the time being in force as per provisions of section 17(5). Next, export of goods. Export of goods is a zero rated supplies in terms of section 16(1) of IGST. A zero rated supply under bond is made without payment of IGST. Next, since export goods is zero rated, there will be no apportionment of ITC and full credit will be available as per section 17(2). Next, question number 25. What is there in question number 25? We will see this. 14, 15, 16, 17. We are completed too much. These questions are answered, bro. 25. 25th question. Last question. What is there in 25th question? Flocham, Palnamar, Gujarat has entered into a contract with our refinery Abu Road, Rajasthan. So Gujarat person entering with contract with Rajasthan person on 1st July to supply 10 valves for FOR basis. Okay, the following information was provided. What is there in following information? List price per value is 1 lakh. List price is 1 lakh. 10 valves means 1 lakh into 10, that is 10 lakhs will be selling. 10 lakhs will be output tax. Okay, one of the conditions of the contract is that Flocham should ensure a 2 stages third party inspection for value during the manufacturing process. Cost of inspection, that is 15,000 will be cost of inspection. So that 1 lakh into 10, that is 10 lakhs plus 15,000 will be added to that amount. 15,000 for 10 value is 15,000. So 10 lakhs plus 15,000, 10 lakhs 15,000 directly paid by the refinery. Next, our refinery requires special package for valves. Cost of special package 10,000 will be added to the cost. So 10 lakhs plus 15,000 plus 10,000. Next, Flocham arranges for erection and testing of valves supplied by it at refinery site. Cost of erection will be 15,000. So 10 lakhs plus 15,000 plus 10,000 plus 15,000. 15, 15, 30, 30 plus 10, 40. 10 lakhs 40,000 is the cost. Next, goods are dispatched with tax invoice on 20 July and they reach the destination at Abu on 21st July. Lorry freight was 5,000 was paid by the our refinery. So it will be added to the cost. Freight will be cost 5,000. So the 40, 10 lakh 40 plus 5,000, 10 lakh 45,000 will be the cost. Next, assume CGST and SGST rate will be 9%. So 10 lakh 45,000 into 18%. 10 lakh 45,000 into 18%. 1,88,100 will be the IGST on output tax liability. Next, Flocham has also undertaken the following local transactions during the month of July on which it has paid CGST, SGST. This is related to ITC. They are providing ITC information. Okay, what is there in ITC information? ITC information will be avail services of work contractor to erect foundation for fixing the machinery to earth in the factory. So it is availed services for work contract to erect the foundation of fixing the machinery to earth. 5,000. It is allowable. It is a expenditure related. So it is allowable expenditure. Next, laying of pipeline out of the gate of factory will water source located outside the factory. It is not allowable ITC. Next, for the purpose of smooth and convenient mobile communication in its factory, it has installed telecommunication tower. It has from plant and machinery telecommunication tower will be specifically excluded. So this is also not available for ITC, eligible ITC. Next, it has entered into an agreement with a travel company to provide home travel facility to its employees when they are on leave. It is also not eligible travel company. Next, it is entered into an agreement with the fitness center to provide wellness services to its employees at office hours. It is also not eligible ITC. So only eligible ITC will be 5,000, which is provided in starting. Next, in any other information, work out the net GST as the case may be. Provided electronic cash ledger flow. So 5,000 will be the ITC. Is there any opening ITC? Yes. Assume CGST, HGST, opening balance of ITC, IGST will be nil, CGST will be 20,000, 20,000. So 20,000, 20,000 opening balance and 5,000 will be added, 25,000 is the ITC, and we have calculated the tax liability, that is 10,45,000 into 18%. Whatever the tax liability will be IGST 1,88,100. 1,88,100 will be the liability, and CGST, HGST will be the amount. For IGST payment, first you utilize the CGST amount. After that, HGST will be utilized. Wherever the amount is liability is paying, you must pay with cash. You must be paid with cash. So answer will be 25th answer. Come on. Okay. What is there in answer? Computation of net GST payable by Flowcharm for the month of July. Here output tax will be, liability will be 1,88,100. That is 10,45,000 into 18% will be tax liability. Next, less ITC of CGST, HGST, that is opening is there in 20,000 and 5,000 for factory related expenditure. Net GST payable for electronic cash ledger 1,38,100 will be payable. So out of this, cost of machine, that is value of taxable supply will be list price of 10 values, 1 lakh, each will be 1 lakh, 1 lakh into 10 rupees, 10 lakhs. Next, add amount paid by R refinery to testing agency 15,000. Special packing will be 10,000 added. Erection and testing at site will be added. Freight will be added. Total value of taxable supply will be 10,45,000 into 18%. Note, as per section 15.2, any amount that the supplier has liable to pay in the relation to supply but which has been incurred by the recipient of the supply and not included in the price actually paid or payable for the goods should be included in the value of supply. So since in the given case arranging inspection was the liability of the supplier, the same should be included in the value of supply. Charges for the same, however, has been paid directly to the third party services provided by the recipient, therefore the value should be included in the taxable value. So all the expenditure are included in the taxable value. Next, as per section 15.2, any amount charged for anything done by the supplier in respect of the supply of goods at the time of or before delivery of the goods shall be included in the value of supply. Next, 15.2, this is delivery related items, delivery related expenditure. As per section 15.2, any amount that the supplier is liable to pay in relation to supply but which has been incurred by the recipient of the supply and not included in the price actually paid or payable for the goods shall be included in the value. Since in the given case supply contract is on FOR basis, that is free on board services, payment of freight is the liability of supplier but the same has been paid by the recipient and thus should be included in the value of supply. Next, as per section 10.1 of IGST Act, where the supply involves momentum of goods, the place of supply is the location of the goods at the time at which the movement of goods terminates for delivery to the recipient, which is in the given case Abu Road, that is Rajasthan. Since location of supplier Gujarat and place of supply will be Rajasthan, the two different states apply the interstate liability. Next, opening ITC was provided 20,000. Work contract service availed for erecting foundation for fixing machinery to the earth is the factory. In factory, that is 5,000. Next, laying of pipeline up to the gate of factory from water source located outside the factory will be the nil. It will not be taken. Laying a pipeline will not be taken. Next, installation of telecommunication tower, it not be considered. Services of travel company to provide home travel not allowable. Next, service fitness assessment is not provided, that is note was provided. As per section 17.5, ITC and work contract services when supplied for construction of an immovable property other than plant and machinery, except where it is an input service for the further supply of work contract service is blocked. Further plant and machinery includes foundation and structural support used in the fix of machinery to earth. Next, as per section 17.5, ITC and goods and services received by the taxable person for construction of an immovable property other than plant or machinery on his own account, including when such and or services are used in the course or furtherance of business, is blocked. However, plant and machinery excludes pipeline, outside the factory premises and telecommunication services. So it is not a plant and machinery. So it will be not allowable ITC. Next, as per section 17.5, ITC and travel benefits extended to employees on home travel concession and membership of health and fitness center is blocked unless it is obligated for the employer to provide the same to its employees under any law for the time being in force. This is question number 25.